start this off because this is a new idea for me. But I've been listening to a lot of ASMR lately to deal with a lot of stress. And I thought it looked like fun and I would try it. So that's what I'm doing. I figured this is my first time ever trying this. So it's embarrassing and intimidating, but I'm kind of forcing myself to do it. So I think what I'll do is just work on this dungeon map for an encounter that I have planned. I like playing tabletop role-playing games. It's one of the things that really helps calm me down. And so pretty much, if I can do anything that involves trying to plan or prepare or play RPGs, I think of that as just kind of a fun activity. So I'm trying to design this map right now in the style of the old top-down Zelda games. I love those styles. And I'm also trying to design things like this on a half-inch scale because traditionally maps and movement and things in those games are measured in inches, and sometimes those maps can be pretty big for a table. So I thought it would be neat to start making my own maps, but for half-inch scale. That idea just kind of came really from limited play space. Just trying to unroll a battle map on a table that's based off of 1-inch squares. When you don't have a big enough table to do that, can be kind of annoying. That and I always like miniaturized things. So I figured I'd record this for about half an hour and force myself to post it however it turns out. And hopefully it doesn't suck and people don't boo me. But oh well. So I've designed piece of bristleboard paper. So, right here, this whole border around should fit on one full piece of standard printer paper. That's kind of my idea, because I think it would be cool if you could just have a full battle map off of readily accessible printer paper or printer materials, things like that. And then I always liked, in the old Zeldas, how they did their walls on the outskirts. They kind of angled out. I don't know. I always liked that aesthetic. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. My idea behind this map is that this is almost like a underground bunker, war room space where a king and his queen or some official, they have their thrones up here. With a large map in the center where their generals and consultants and everybody will gather around and strategize. And then I thought maybe each quadrant could be maybe like a quadrant for a royal floor design is going to look like. Whether it be a large assortment of random slabs, cobble, or squares. The squares just seem so plain though. I think I want to, let's see, if I do that, start making my own shapes. And maybe that'll fill in really nicely. I'm doing this, trying to work on making my own RPG book, my own rule set, and I want to do it in a half-inch scale. So until I can have a little more time to start working on that, might as well start designing maps. Plus it's really relaxing. Hopefully you can't hear all the neighbors' cars and stuff. Their engines rumbling right now. It's a little loud. But yeah, so far this is actually pretty fun. I've been watching a lot of Goodnight Moon and ASMR Shortbread, and it just seemed like a fun thing to try and do. This could be total dog crap, but we'll see. It's funny, it's actually kind of tedious and difficult repetitively drawing these little shapes to look like flagstone or cobblestone. And then these are going to be 4 large support pillars that are obviously supporting the ceiling, whatever is above. these lines on the back wall here, those are really just for a reference of foreshortening the angle, because I think I want to draw a very large tapestry on the wall behind where the thrones sit. So I just need to know how to angle it so you get that illusion of, I guess, depth and plane. That is a really big tapestry. It'll be very difficult to make and to hang. Hopefully, you're not picking up too much of the background noise that I have going on in here. I'm in the Northwest, and it's cold, and I have a fire going in a wood stove with a fan blowing the heat around, because I kind of set up this little art studio space out in my shop. So, yeah, there's not very good heat out here other than the fireplace, which is also why I wear these when I draw out here. But yeah, this will probably be a little bit of a project that I'm working on for a while. This one map. I don't know what I want to be on this tapestry. Maybe like some kind of cool embroidered stallions rearing or something, or two opposing sides clashing in the middle of it. That could look kind of cool. I keep looking over my shoulder because my cat's outside. He likes to go outside constantly, but for very short periods of time. So I try not to leave him out there and get too cold. But I think right now he's having fun exploring. guess this is probably a little more than a rough sketch. I also need to figure out what kind of design or pattern I'm going to have for this rug in the center. I feel like I want at least the outside border area to have some embellishment, some flair, some pieces of flair. Yeah, I think right now, this evening, I'm just going to work on getting somewhat fine-tuned shapes down on paper. And then as long as everything looks good, the next step will be to ink it. Wait, I am not good at drawing relatively straight lines. I want it to be as symmetrical and straight as it can be, but still look hand-drawn and have some imperfections to it. I always like that. I always like hand-drawn pictures where not everything is perfectly lined up and symmetrical. Let's see, should the carpet go up here? Maybe. Maybe. It is just shy of the border of the top step. I gotta figure out some kind of design for the outside. That might be a choice for another night. This is probably the worst ASMR ever. I'm just gulping down tea. Probably sounds terrible. Or you can't hear it at all. And I'm was going to listen to my own ASMR while I did this, but actually, I don't know, feel like I need to focus almost. That's funny. Let's see, I think we'll do more of the cobblestone, because that's probably going to take a very long time to get done. This stuff is always so tedious. I think that's where I've had the biggest challenge with art, because I actually haven't been drawing or painting for very long now. I started, that was probably about a year and a half ago, as a way to deal with some stress, instead of burying myself in video games and stuff like I used to do. Trying to be more productive and constructive with my time. And so one of the things that I just kind of had to learn about artwork is patience and not giving up on something because it doesn't look exactly the way you want it to right away. So I tend to force myself to finish areas in little pieces, because when I look at pieces from artists that I really like, I really enjoy their work, you can tell that they spend a lot of time on the little details, and then if you pay close enough attention to those little details, you see their little imperfections, missed lines and brush strokes. So it encourages me to keep going and to just keep working on it and to not give up. If my friends ever find this ASMR video, it's going to be very embarrassing. Me talking about all this stuff. I don't know. This is stuff I usually just keep to myself. trees and whatnot. I just think it looks cool versus having a flat line drawn through the entire image. I think I need to get a little bit more varying sizes in this space. I like that. And then the rug will cover over those stones. Just like that. That'll look really cool. Alright. Well, I'll probably call it there. So, if you're watching, thank you. I really appreciate that. I'll try to get better. Try to improve on editing or whatever I need to do. But so far it's been fun and interesting trying to figure this all out. So in the meantime,